Great session yesterday. Let's just recap on the work that we did. First of all, as we look at you from face on, set up not bad at that point, knees knocked in a little bit, that could do with just adjusting, move the knees out, away from one another, just a touch. However, in relation to the shots, you're hitting the big push and the snap hook. First thing we notice is there's quite a move behind the golf ball on the way back, which is not a major problem, as long as you do a certain move on the way down. From the setup position down the line, hands a little bit low, but not as low as I have seen you, and not really a major issue in relation to the shots you're currently experiencing. Because of the low hand position, you get a little bit across the line at the top. However, the big problem is this next move down. What we tend to do is hang back on the right side too much. So as you start down, the body just stays in the angle that it was at the top of your backswing, angled away from the target, over the right hip, if you will, stays there. And whenever the body stays in that position, as we see from down the target line, the club's going to get dropped way on the inside. It's now coming too far from the inside, and it's going to get thrown out in this direction in the through swing unless we manipulate it with the hands. So there's the big push. If we stay there and don't release, if we keep the hands quiet on a hole like say the first at Penwortham, we're going to hit a big push. In that instance, you can see how much forearm rotation you've got as you come through. You've got to fling the club head at the golf ball to prevent the big push. Keep the hands quiet from there. You're going to push it up that red line, but what we do is we flip the hands at the last minute, and we've got a club face that's closing down very quickly through the hitting area. Whenever we get that, we do run the risk of hitting the big snap hook. So when we look at it from face on, we can see again as we're coming into the ball, flip of the hands, very narrow through the hitting area because of that. And then only after the ball has been struck does the weight start to move back into the left side. If you compare that to what we see here with Hogan, what we're going to see is we're going to see a move behind the golf ball, as we see with yourself. But then what Hogan's going to do is he's going to move in this direction during the downswing. So he's going to move his hips forward so that he can return his sternum back into the top of the golf ball. So he's moved back during the backswing. Just trace that back for you. Sternum was about here at address. He's moved off the ball going back, but then he's going to move back into the ball on the way down. You can see there that he's returned his sternum back in line with the golf ball. So really, Eddie, you've got to feel that you're going to move forward in the downswing towards the target a little bit more, getting the sternum back in line with the golf ball as you're hitting it. You're going to have to give it a round or two just to let the hands calm down, but overall you should see a much improved starting direction to your golf shots, and overall as well, less of this need to flip, as we see here with Hogan on the left, as he moves laterally during the downswing, as he slides towards his target. He's still unwinding, but he's moving forward as well. That results in much less of a flip through the hitting area and a more stable club face and online hits. Good luck with it, and if you need to speak further, just give me a call.